the opportunity now to go live on this channel, and I want to use that opportunity. That makes me think about sometimes in life, things are there for us, and we have so many opportunities and privileges that we sometimes take for granted. Got that sun up there. That we sometimes take for granted. And next thing you know, it's gone. And I'm not just talking about people, I'm talking about opportunities, simple things going on a walk. It could be very simple things. But we don't want to take that stuff for granted. So today I thought, yeah, let me go. There we go. Let me go live and see how everybody's doing. One thing that's been coming to me today is intuition. Do you trust your intuition? I know I didn't. I had to work on something, and I guess maybe that's a skill that we have to work on because, well, for a lot of people, some people that may be a gift, or they may have had the opportunity to have a family or environment that nurtured trusting yourself. But then there's a lot of people that don't. Oh, look, pretty flower for you. This is for you. I hope this brightened your day. Um, but there are a lot of people. Is that a person sleeping over there? Looks like a big bag. There's a lot of people. That's interesting. Can't see. It looks like a bag over there. Um, there's a lot of people that, like me, were not nurtured or were discouraged to trust and trusting their voice. And that's not a good thing, but it's life. You know what happens. So you know what? You can teach yourself, train yourself. You can retrain yourself to reparent yourself to be able to trust that inner voice. Let me tell you some ways that we're taught or that we lose that trust. And this is just from my personal experience. Share yours if you have any. But one of the ways we lose our trust in our inner voice is as a child. You know, you're often told, do what I say, just because I said so. I know better than you. You know, we're told that. I think I'll sit down here for a minute. Hopefully ain't no ants. I do not like ants. I hope no ants start crawling on me. But we're taught that in church, you know, do what the elders say or what other people say. And if you don't, you're rebellious. You've backslid. That's the devil. And in school, you speak up, you share your thoughts, you get in trouble, you get on timeout or whatever punishment you get for speaking your voice. So we're taught and we're trained, and some of it is just it's not always intentional. Some of it is just the way society is, the way life is, the way families are. But trusting your intuition, your inner voice. I grew up in the Baptist church. I grew up as a Christian. I became born again when I was 20. And so I was really in the church. I was trying to save every soul that I saw. So in the church environment, we call it the Holy Spirit. So for me, it's the Holy Spirit. I call it my inner voice. I call it life. Because I no longer go to church. It had its place in my life when I was there. But, you know, as I became an adult, I was trying to go back to that old self. And I was like, oh my God, you know, couldn't get back. And then just life just led me a different way. And I've learned that I remember one of the first things I thought was, what if God is speaking to me And this is one of the things when I decided to leave churches, because I was at church and they would say things like, I mean, I grew up with this, but you know, God doesn't work like this. That's not God. And if you share something with somebody, they'll say, that's not God. That's the devil. And I'm like, you know what? I got to a point where it's like, wait, let me stop. And I got so tired of being like, is that God? Is that the devil? Um, I don't want to go to hell. And it was so freaking confusing and so frustrating. And I finally said, you know what? I'm just going to trust. I'm just going to trust that this voice inside of me is telling me the right thing to do. That was one of the beginnings of opening up myself to just having this beautiful, empowering relationship with God, with my Creator. Jesus even said, you will do more powerful things than I have done. And sometimes in the church, it stays, keep in this little box. It had its season for me, but it keeps you in a little box. And I don't want to be in that box. God is huge. He's expansive. God is amazing. So I said, you know what? I am going to just trust this inner voice. I'm tired. I can't decide. Is that God? Is the devil? Is that the devil? And I figured, you know what? The God that created me is not going to try to confuse me and make me make bad decisions. So I just decided to trust that inner voice. So it's like a skill. And in so many ways, that inner voice has spoken to me, intuition, whatever name you put on it. Sometimes labels lead us astray because if it's labeled something we don't like, we miss the message. So don't miss the message because of a word that's being used. But in so many ways, that inner voice, my intuition, oh my goodness, has just calmed my spirit. It has given me peace. I'm not afraid of death like I used to be. I trust that there was a time I'm like, oh my goodness, God, my children, I didn't have them in church. I was trying to find a church their whole childhood. I couldn't find anything. I'm like, my kids are getting older. I didn't do is like, get them really involved in the church. I took them to churches, and I was feeling so guilty. And that still small voice said, it's okay. I got them. And it said, just plant the seeds and I'll do the rest. I got your sons. They're going to be okay. And I was like, and I heard that. And when you hear your inner voice, it's not like an audible thing, maybe for some. For me, it's just like a thought. It's like a whisper, but it's like a calming spirit inside of you. And that spirit, that inner voice said, I got them. Plant the seeds. Just plant the seeds. I'll bring things, life, circumstances. They have their journeys that they have to travel. That was bigger than any word a pastor could have ever said to me, And so I just wanted to get on today as I was on my walk to say, trust your intuition. If you don't trust it, take baby steps. I am big on baby steps. Take baby steps to trust little things and ask questions. Say, what do I need to do? Like right now, this season in my life, I decided to let life lead me. See, let life love you. I'm letting life lead me. And I use life as God. Life to me is God. It's just my inner spirit, life. So this season, I normally would be like, okay, I had a photography business. I need to do this. I'm going to organize this. I'm going to get this website. I'm going to do. I said, no, I'm going to just let life lead me this time. And that's what I'm doing. Follow my journey. We'll see where it leads. It's leading me to this live right now. And it's leading me to talking to you. And I'm following the breadcrumbs. I'm on here practicing, just getting on live and having fun. I want to conversate with you. And I want to hear what you have to say. So make sure that you conversate with me. I love having conversations. It says, yes, that's what I'm saying. How's your day going? My day is going beautiful. And I hope the reception is good here because sometimes the reception doesn't come through well. But I'm doing wonderful. I'm having a beautiful day. I like to start my day with a walk and get out, enjoy nature, enjoy just having fresh air. Um, so I'm not going to stay on long. I just wanted to get on. I like to get on now when I do my walks, either in my neighborhood or when I'm out hiking with my husband. So, are you guys doing anything? Any conversations going on? Anybody want to say anything? Anybody want to share anything? Um, Favorite sandwich filling? Oh, you know, it was funny. That came up automatically. That's like a YouTube add a question sticker. That's funny. But trust your inner voice. I ain't talking about no crazy voices. And I ain't talking about no voices telling you to do nothing crazy. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that inner voice that gives you guidance, that loving inner voice. Spend time with it, get quiet, give it time. Um, I want to say it's a skill. You have to unlearn a lot of stuff. Some of us have to unlearn a lot of stuff, a lot of blockages. And it's a fun journey. Is it difficult at times because you're making changes and the transitions? Yes. But when you start seeing the fruits of your hard work, your labor, your dedication, the time you put into getting to sit still and hear your inner voice, the fruits are beautiful. You know, you learn to appreciate the people that you love. I love my family. I want to make sure I spend more time being present with them and not on the past, and appreciating them. So I'm about to get off. But like I said in the beginning, don't take things for granted. Me being able to be on here live is a blessing. I'm very grateful because there may come a time I don't have enough followers to go live. So I'm able to now. I don't know how long it will be. So make sure you like, subscribe. I never thought I would say that, but I'm saying it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow, and interact with me. I want to hear in the comments any experiences that you've had where your inner voices led you and guided you. And it's so funny. Some of the things I've heard years ago where my inner voice would share with me, I'm starting to see now other people say. And my inner voice goes, see, you could trust this voice. You could trust it. And I just see so many confirmations and videos on it now. But anyway, that's it. I want to tell you to have a wonderful day. Be blessed. Let life love you. I love you. I'm sending love to you. And I see if anybody has anything to say. Nope. So thank you, Goddessly Beautiful. I love that. Thank you for joining me and for commenting and making interacting with me. I appreciate that. So let life love you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I'll see you next time. Bye.